I'm glad you called. We got a party going on and it's a free-for-all. I can't quite hear you, the music's so loud. Just drive this way until you see the crowd. The cars will be parked all up in the yard. The doorbell's buzzing, so knock real hard. No, on second thought. Go!
Hello everybody, welcome to Subiaco Friday Night Football, round 13, back to the home and away season, West Coast Eagles and Carlton. Expected to be a full house here tonight, still a few empty seats, but not too many. A fantastic night for football, absolutely brilliant, and we'll have a crowd of around about 38 to 40,000 people. Carlton's a big ticket wherever they play, and West Coast is adored in this city. Welcome to Tim Watson. It's almost hot in here, isn't it? It's amazing.
Well, it's a balmy night, isn't it? The temperature around about 11 when we left Melbourne, but it's 23 when we arrived here today, so it really is almost a springtime feel here in Perth.
Big stakes tonight, Tim, as we look at the ladder. If West Coast wins, it'll go top tonight and probably stay there for the rest of the weekend. And for Carlton, if they win and get a little bit of percentage, then they'll jump above Port Adelaide and be well and truly in the 8 tonight.
The 1997 AFL Premiership season. Proudly brought to you by Foster's Light Ice for extreme refreshments. Telstra, making life easier. Qantas, the spirit of Australia. And McDonald's, the official restaurant of the AFL.
Looking forward to this one. Away we go at Subiaco Oval. Bounce favours Allen, knocks it down. Williams, a hot one across to Bradley. Loose ball in the middle. Ratton, well done to Williams. Down towards half forward. Silvani on the lead. McIntosh is there. It spills towards the boundary. Silvani a second crack. Runs to 50. Short one to the pocket. Hamill's got it. About 30 metres out. Stephen Silvani holds the Carlton record for goals in a match against the West Coast Eagles with 8, round 9, 1992. David Parkin obviously remembering that. This is Hamill. 15 metres in from the line. Kick is on its way. Misses to the near side. First score of the game. Carlton are behind.
Back in this week, Hamill. Big crowd, as we've already told you. Sell out here. Shot from behind the goals. McIntosh. So Silvani at full forward. Sumich and Donnelly running out but not playing, and we are checking on Carlton to see who the 22nd man is. Jakovic got rid of Alan Murphy. Good smother by Simmons. Jakovic again, well played. Evans, who was terrific at Victoria Park. Then McKenna close to the line, keeps it in and gets a bit of distance too, does McKenna to centre wing. Oh, good flight, Turnbull, and a terrific take.
Team giving away a bit of height there.
Turnbull, long down towards half forward. Coming up the ground. Urich, hand on the shoulder, nothing doing. Advantage is played. Eddie has it, 55 metres out. Short one is on. Philip Matera, 25 metres out, slight angle. Brett Heady. And now Matera.
Yes, they really pulled the Carlton defence apart then with that kick to Gehrig, who ran from the top of the 10-metre square. And good work by Heady and Matera running into space.
Back in from here. Leading goal scorer for the West Coast Eagles. There goes the money. Behind. Score is 11.
All the Carlton forwards pushing up the ground into defence as Matera took that kick. Only 2 players in the Carlton offensive half.
Manson goes for distance. Ratton's a target. Good take, Worsfold. At half forward. Centering ball. Wants Morrison. Cut off there by McKay. Handball by Peter Matera. Lovell kept his eye on it. That showed a lot of courage. Heading round the corner. Good kick. Gizzy's forward. A good chance. Manton tacked it away. Kemp against the odds. He's got 2-3 to beat. They close on him. And it runs out of play. Left forward pocket.
Terrific play then by Glenn Manton. He was out of position. gathered Gehrig in a couple of steps, didn't give a free kick away. He was in the disadvantaged position, but just managed to get his hand to the ball.
Allen and Gehrig. Lovell back to Matera. Left foot round the body. Dean onto it. Gehrig also attacking it. Dean still with the footy close to the line. Keeps it in. Hickmott kept it in. Lovell with him. And I think the Blues will be reasonably happy to see it go out of play. They're aware of not running it out deliberately there. And another boundary thrown about 30 metres away from West Coast goal. Missed by Hamill, missed by Philip Matera, which is a little easy. Grigic interesting over the back. McKay, Camporelli, terrific to see him back. First game since round 4. Takes a chance. The shepherd by Hogg was excellent. Camporelli away.
Towards midfield, Kernahan. Jakovic, nicely done. Wayward hand pass though. Getting back is Wooden. Well played. Simmons. To no one in particular. McKenna gets onto it. Back it comes to Wooden. Good run by the West Coast Eagles towards half forward. Hickmott did very well. Right half back then. The short one is on Camporelli. Running away from half back. Through midfield. Down towards half forward. In from the side, Stone. Simmons. Favoured by the punch away. Good evasion from half back up towards the wing. Speared the pass in. Kemp has it. McKenna. Chips towards half forward. Into space is Andy Lovell. 75 metres from goal. Pulls it back. A couple of Eagles. A chance. Evans. Awkward half volley. Spilt wide. Matera dashed at the ball hardest. From 35 out. Tugs it back. Not enough. Behind. The Eagles lead.
Adrian, what's happening down on the boundary line for the Blues?
Bruce, Whitnell, White, Delulio and Anstey are all on the bench, stripped, ready to go, but I understand that Adam White will not play. He's the man that's missed out.
And just confirming, Sumich and Donnelly definitely not playing for the Eagles.
And that's what they're saying there as well, but nothing's guaranteed at the moment.
Well, team sheets had to be drawn up, so interesting stuff here. Koutafidis, kick to centre wing. Grigic, Banfield, cut off there by Whitehead. Bradley. Well done, Camporelli. Clever, Bradley. Back, Williams. Interesting play. They deck him, play on. Wants it. He's going to get it, Williams. Got a high tackle. Grigic has been into it early, and it's going to go to Allen at centre wing. Advantage only about 10 metres.
Carlton, the #1 handballing side in the competition, and we just saw an example of why that is so.
Probing kick by Camporelli at 50. Well done by Stone. Showed some athleticism there. Ratton and Evans went for it. Hamill threw it out to Ratton. Terrific handball. It was a throw, and Koutafidis was on his way. So the Blues miss a chance, but the right decision made.
Watch it again. Not much doubting that. Meanwhile, McIntosh takes off around the outer side. Beautiful disposal. Kemp, left centre wing. Thinks about it. Pulls back towards the middle, kicks towards the pocket. Lovell moves into space, heads towards goal, 35 metres out, chips, but he should have gone longer. Philip Matera can't control it, and through it goes. Brett Henny it was on the run there. And Eagles, it is 2 points.
Eagles extremely dangerous then on the break. Players streaming down the field once they gain possession of the ball, and Carlton really will have to mind them when they do lose possession of the ball.
McKay got it very, very short and now has some problems. He's going to have to try and kick it to Sexton or Kernahan. Kernahan getting back, good take. Strong mark. Heady only 30 metres out then, and deciding to try and pinpoint a pass to Gehrig in the goal square. Allen, nice take, just had the height advantage over Jakovic. Wooden, I should say, into O'Sullivan. Had an interesting year, Luke. A couple of fantastic matches. Saw him play well against the Lions on the Queen's birthday. Long kick. Silvani couldn't get a crack at it. Grigic was there. Murphy. Williams. Beautiful handle. Koutafidis a bit slow, but he's going to find Bradley. He was lucky. Bradley quickly on. Interesting. Silvani goes. The first one of the match. Well, they're unselfish tonight, aren't they? I mean, Bradley was 15 metres out, and there was just a degree of difficulty in all of that, I thought, because McIntosh is cat-like. Koutafidis was lucky here, I thought, Tim.
Yes, he certainly was, but that was just that little handball then from Murphy, just to release the ball. Wonderful vision then by Williams to set that goal up properly, and some unselfish play then from Bradley.
Saturday, live at 2 on Footy's home ground, the Sydney Swans meet North with the return of King Carey. See all the action live on Prime.
If you want to know somebody,
The Nissan Pulsar with free air has been a runaway success. So much so that we're extending the offer. You can still get a Nissan Pulsar LX with free air for just $19,990. But you better hurry, because pretty soon you can kiss this deal goodbye.
just wait till you drive.
Guys, get ready for Australia's hottest new entertainment sensation, Bad Girls Australia. Live on stage with their hot new production, Girls, Girls, Girls. In a blaze of glory, 6 of the hottest girls direct from the Gold Coast will turn up the heat for your visual pleasure. Bad Girls Australia. When they're good, they're very good. But when they're bad, they're sensational. Don't miss Bad Girls Australia.
Country Wood Furniture. Furniture craftsmen working with solid Australian timber. Country Wood Furniture. Your choice of style. Your choice of timber. Country Wood Furniture. The pride in their work can be seen in each individual piece. Country Wood Furniture. Call in and inspect today. Showroom open 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. Monday to Friday and 9 a.m. till 12 on Saturdays. Country Wood Furniture. Gundagai Road, Cootamundra.
So Carlton lead by 4 points. The early going at Subiaco Oval under lights on a glorious night. Sellout crowd. Allen goes up to win it down. Was taken over the shoulder. Will get the free kick. Umpire Scroop sets the mark. There's Allen. Having a very good season. Goes in very short. Ratton out towards the wing. Ratton down towards half forward. Half distance kick and a good one too. Hickmott's got it. Right on the 50. Open forward line indicates he wants to go for distance. Silvani goes back. He should mark this one. Did the hard work. He's taken the mark 5 metres out with McIntosh sprawled on the kickoff line. Silvani at his second. As I said, holds the record with 8 for Carlton against the Eagles. Great start.
Well, if the Blues can get the ball into their forward line quickly enough to a one-on-one with McIntosh and Silvani, then you'd have to favour Silvani, because we see him so often in the past defeating forwards in a similar situation. He's a terrific body player. Just watch this. He just gives the nudge at the right time. McIntosh not settled, not stable. Well, Dean and McKenna are lining up on each other at the moment. That should be a great battle.
Sexton there, won by Turnbull. Beautifully done, Bluey. To Evans. McKenna laid it off. Evans goes for goal. Garrick, wonderful. It was a good kick. It was a great build-up. And the Eagles are on the board.
Let's just watch this. A great knock from Turnbull. Quick hands from McKenna. The awareness. And then a long kick. And Gehrig just having the reach to pluck that one out of Glenn Manton's hands. And this match very evenly balanced in general play at the moment.
It's certainly up tempo here at Subi. The margin is 4 points. The Blues way. Fraser Gehrig with the last goal. Tony Evans involved. Came back against Collingwood. Played very well. Makes it tough. Get the feeling it's going to be that way tonight. New footy. Away we go. And a good bounce too. Allen with the leap. Knocks it wide. Williams, who's been handy at the base of those packs. Tried to get it to Whitehead. It spills wide as still. Lovell feigns one-hand pass. Gives it to Kemp. Kemp goes down towards half forward. In front is Turnbull. Waiting behind Evans. Couldn't control it. Across the line it goes. 10 minutes to go to quarter time. Interesting, looking back on their meetings last season, they played 3 times. In every game, the team that led at quarter time won the game. Ratton across to McKay. McKay goes towards half forward. Getting back is McIntosh. Ashley McIntosh in the true centre-half back position. kicks through centre towards the wing. Turnbull on the lead. It falls behind. Gathered by Dean. Hurriedly onto the boot. Will it stay in? No. Runs away from Wooden across the line.
Talking about this beautiful night, it's currently 15. It'll get down to 9, but it's still only about 7 o'clock in Western Australia, so it won't get down that low by the end of this match, you wouldn't think. Great night for football. It's a fantastic feeling coming into this ground tonight. Dean, Camporelli, McKenna, who's having a big early quarter. So's Kemp. Did it beautifully with Banfield's help. There's a bit going on behind play. The kick to centre half forward, missed by Hickmott. Hogg read it well. Gets a handball to McKay. Had to stretch him. Well done by Allen. Back to Hogg. There's a bit of a blue on behind play, and silly play by the Blues. And Kemp's going to get a free kick.
Hold on to Bruce.
And they're away. Really, that error was caused, though, by the poor handball from Hogg. The ball should have hit its target. Had to stretch, and the Carlton players had to save face.
Gehrig on the lead. He's a sort of player that you feel is going to continually take games by the scruff of its neck. Kicked a lot of goals in a low-scoring game at Victoria Park. Tonight's tailor-made for him too. Just 21 years of age. Huge talent. Will kick from about 48 metres, steers it, and misses. And that has been the story of the opening quarter. As far as the Eagles, their only goal came from Gehrig from about a metre out, with nobody between him and the goal.
Yeah, just a great game down here. Just some matchups, individual matchups for your own information. Kemp and Williams, Banfield and Bradley, Evans and Ratton, Matera, Camporelli, just fantastic matchups.
No doubt about that. O'Sullivan, Ratton, all well played Blues. Camporelli to O'Sullivan, the handball to Allen, give it to Murphy, making a meal of it, can't get it out. Now Murphy's got it. Did well. Kept his poise, kicks inside 50. Silvani and Worsfold, too good Silvani. He's a problem, isn't he, up there? Man on man, he's beating his opponents. Century kick is a beauty to Bradley. Wonderful play, Silvani. Yeah, go on.
I was going to say, there's real irony here, isn't there? Gehrig is the man to play on Silvani, and Silvani's the man to play on Gehrig.
Yes, well, I'd even consider putting Glenn Jakovic back there, because we've seen him use his body terrifically well against Wayne Carey in the past. He's extremely strong, and I think that that may have to be the move that the West Coast Eagles are forced into if Silvani continues to win those one-on-one contests.
So Bradley should go. He's 30 metres out. He's very good on the run these days. Not quite so good from the stand, but that's perfect. Silvani's kicked two, and he's made another one.
Turnover on that occasion, and they hadn't been able to spot him. He may have been on his own. Kemp will really have to watch him. He does like to play forward.
Simmons to Evans, back to centre wing. Beautifully done. Hickmott, who started well, kicked the ball inside, has a bit of carry on it too. Lovell and Silvani. Silvani attacks hard. Murphy's got hold of it, tries to ride a Worsfold bump. That's hard to do. Banfield cuts it off beautifully and belts it away to centre wing. Hickmott out after it, and Heady out after him.
Close to the boundary line. Hickmott kept it in. Nicely done. Bradley's away. Around the outer side. Penetrating kick inside the 50. Big leap from behind by Stone. Grigic in front, couldn't hang on. Down went McIntosh. Hamill had it momentarily. This is Koutafidis, 55 metres out. Awkward bounce for Kernahan. Jakovic favoured by that bounce. Takes a couple on. Hand passes long. McKenna behind the target. Banfield had to stop. Kemp played it superbly. No, he did not. He gave it away. Kernahan off his step from 45. Working his way in front. Silvani. Awkward half volley. Well, that would have been terrific had it come off. Jakovic, though, picks up the ball and with poise, pops it around the corner. Lovell got it from McKenna. Lovell at left half back, kicks it up towards the wing. Carlton, look at the numbers out there. Hogg let it get behind, though. They've got a problem now. Dean did nicely. Back to Bradley, dragged off it. Dean again. This is Whitehead with some time in space towards half forward. Kernahan interfered with, he'll get the free.
Gee, there was a bit happening then, Dennis. Grigic got absolutely dropped behind play. Koutafidis inside. Allen's got it about 55 metres out. It's a real feeling here. Good kick to Hamill. Blues are going all right. Those misses for West Coast early.
where costly. And the reason why Kernahan was actually out on the flank on his own when that ball arrived back in the forward line was because Glenn Jakovic was remonstrating with Stephen Silvani down near the 10-metre square. West Coast Eagles defence under enormous pressure.
Well, he missed one early, Hamill. This is more straightforward. He should kick it. He leans back and does. Another one. Good signs early for Carlton. They lead 4 goals to 1. Everything okay there, I think, boundary throw. We spoke to David Parker, the Carlton coach, about the importance of tonight's match.
I think this is probably a key game to both our futures for the rest of the year.
Well, they're playing it that way. Ball slaps it down in front. Loose ball. It's knocked out of there. It was done by Dean. Hand pass comes across from Anstey to Williams, who pulls it back down towards Kernahan. Kernahan found the bouncing ball. Whitehead, brilliantly done, Whitehead. He's 65 metres out. Silvani on the lead again. And what great hands there. Step for step Worsfold. But he couldn't move him. Silvani would not be shaken.
Terrific grab. Then by Whitehead in the centre of the ground. And Williams, it was a dangerous kick by Williams to kick it back into the corridor at that particular time. But you do have to take chances, calculated risks in this game. And once they got the ball quickly, Silvani was one-on-one again.
Kicking at his third right here. And the 5th for Carlton. It's a beautiful kick. Right through the middle.
Gee, Tim, you'd have to go back a way. Full forward to have such an influence on a game in the opening quarter.
Well, look, this bloke could have played all his career in the forward line if he hadn't been the same team as a guy like Steve Kernahan. It's no surprise to see him perform so well in the forward line because he did make his junior name as a forward, and he really has been sent to the back line just to stiffen up that part of the Carlton defence for most of his career. He's just got a wonderful pair of hands, Steve Silvani.
Well, he's taken McIntosh on, and he's taken Worsfold on, and he's right on top at the moment, and Carlton have got the score on the board. I think it's a bit of an illusion because West Coast has had plenty of the footy. Bradley, umpire put his whistle to his mouth, said no. Allen goes forward to centre-half forward. Hamill, good effort. Jakovic there, onto him with Anstey. Under pressure, here's a chance. Hamill over the top. Silvani, yes, another one. Sensational. I spoke too quickly, Dennis, because right now it's not an even contest again. They have taken charge, haven't they? 6-2 to 1-5.
Yes, the Blues have been brilliant in this first quarter. They played out that centre line struggle extremely well. They won the ball. They looked to be in a disadvantaged position, and then the way Williams shot that handball out to the big fella Allen to release him, and then the ball was in their forward line quickly when the West Coast Eagles just can't get the numbers back there to support their defenders. And that's when you do get those one-on-one situations when the ball goes quickly into a forward line after a centre-ground break. And Silvani on the end of the handball again. 9
possessions for Greg Williams, superb in the centre square. A master stroke by David Park and 4 goals to Stephen Silvani. One down by Allen. Williams, a half chance there on the siren. It's quarter time, as I said earlier. If you go back to last season, 3 meetings, and the side that led at quarter time won every one of them. Well, Carlton must have read the script. Look at that. They bounced out of the blocks, and they lead by 27 points, 6-2 to 1-5.
If the house is rocking, don't bother knocking. If the house is rocking, don't bother knocking. Just step right in and let the fun begin.
On Crime's must-see Sunday. Take a driving lesson with the world's most outrageous drivers. Catch the Crims in action and the store where they take 100% off everything. 7:30 police camera action. Then at 8.
Someone has accused me of insensitivity. You're not family. Get out!
It's true.
I'm an offensive person.
And now...
You must attend sensitivity training.
I don't need training. Art!
After police camera action. Third Rock at 8 on Crime's must-see Sunday.
Introducing the all-new Nissan Navara. It comes as a 4x2 or 4x4 cab chassis or ute. It's tough enough to take a full load in the back. But we should warn you. It's got a brand new 3.2-litre diesel engine. That's very, very powerful.
Just wait till you drive it.
It's one of life's very special commodities. Land. Alatello Brothers present land. In a location to suit you, land at a size to suit you, land to suit your budget. Let us show you our exciting new residential estates with special house and land packages selling now. Call Alatello Brothers. For land you'll really want to move on.
The original Polytank quality that's built to last.
Jump into June with this great deal from Polytank. Purchase any of these selected tanks and you'll receive absolutely free of charge either a free stock drop or a free 350-gallon tank.
The original Polytank, Australia's one and only. It's built to last.
Jump into June for your choice of a free stock drop or 350-gallon tank. Phone Polytank now for fast, free delivery.
Quarter time here, Stephen Silvani, a sensational start with 4 goals, and it's 1-5 to 6-2. Well, Chris Mainwaring, the champion from West Coast, has had a good view of all of this. What do you make of it, Chris?
Well, I think David Parkin's probably stolen the show in terms of putting players in positions that I think other coaches wouldn't, I suppose, got used to with Stephen Silvani up forward. I think the game's all about backline, and I think the West Coast Eagles and Carlton have probably been the 2 dominant backline teams in the competition. I think their ruck division's going very well. Allen, I think, is in front. Williams is playing very well, and we've got a lot of hard work to do, and it's going to be very hard to come back from here.
6-2, 1-5. We'll hear from Adrian Barrett shortly. Thanks for that, Chris. Matera out of the centre to Wooden, goes wide. Banfield, Dean with him. Banfield, good effort. Carlton quickly onto him. The thing the Blues will get out of that opening term now is that they're just going to have so much momentum and they're going to compete vigorously for everything now, aren't they?
There's no doubt about that. They've made a move, actually. Ashley McIntosh has gone back on to Stephen Silvani and Johnny Worsfeld's back out on the flank on Murphy.
Banfield, little give, good. Schofield to Simmons, squaring it up. That's good footy. Simmons to full forward. Garrick's got him. Quickly on. Likes this caper. 45 out. Drags it back. Did he want Banfield? It's in the goal square. Banfield's missed. It's a behind. Was it a short pass?
Don't think so.
Went for goal, you reckon? Should have gone for goal.
I actually thought he tried to drag it back, yeah. But he should have gone for goal because he can kick a goal from outside 50, Gary. Certainly was within his range that way.
Sometimes you see misses early and they become ominous. Certainly West Coast have had some chances.
It certainly was a terrible kick regardless. Sexton on the end of the kick in. Goes towards the outer side wing. Into space, Bradley. Has a wonderful record against the West Coast Eagles. Last season, 27 possessions a game in their 3 meetings. This season, averaging 28 a game. Here's Sexton, forward of half-back, down towards half-forward. Big pack at the drop of the ball. Off hands. The hand pass comes out from Whitehead. Chance for Simmons. Ridden into the ground. Loose ball. Picked up by McKenna. Feeds the looping hand pass over the top. This is Ball. Tries to accelerate away under pressure. Got it nicely to Kemp, though. Kemp on the wing. Towards half-forward. Sexton with great judgment. Almost the mark. Pays the price. Turnbull. Shocking kick. It wanders down inside the 50. Getting back in defence is Dean. Now Dean with plenty of time. Kicks to the outer side. A contest out there. This will be interesting. Favoured by the bounce. Matera pulls away from Koutoufides. Goes for home and kicks it on the run.
Well, there's no doubt this bloke's an exciting bloke, Peter Matera. That bounce really could have finished in the right position, did everything right. And Matera, as we've seen so often throughout this brilliant player's career, a goal from about 50 metres on the run. That really has lifted the spirits of the crowd here at Subiaco and no doubt the West Coast Eagles players.
Same scoring shots, 2-6-6-2, 18 to 38, fabulous goal, Matera. Allen doing exceptionally well, Simmons, good hands. Wooden's little kick, Bradley, as Dennis said, big record against the Eagles. Williams favoured by the bounce, took no chances. Anstey, well done, can kick a goal here, and he has. Good start. Put the tackle on Djakovic in the opening quarter, which caused a turnover, and they're as cool, dare I say, as a cucumber, the old cliche, and home it goes. Carlton have been so good under pressure and close.
Yep.
Little handballs, little gives, kept finding the target.
Well, they are the #1 handball side in the competition. #1 disposals too. They do like to put the ball around.
You talk about an age difference, Wooden on Bradley as well, so interesting to see if the young legs will suffice in the end. Got it away, Williams enough, then put the tackle on. That one went out of Hickmott. Bradley good. O'Sullivan tried to go off the ground. McKay, Morrison and Dean. Morrison fighting hard, trying to get it out. Dars, but only to McKay. McKay safety first, belts at the centre wing. Allen's been terrific in the opening half. Worsfold runs across hard at him, and Murphy goes hard at Worsfold. It's good footy all round. Well done. It's a free kick off Murphy on the full. He's stiff.
I think he gave it for over the shoulder, Bruce.
Did he? Well,
Yeah.
he's still stiff.
Stiffer.
Well, that's pretty ticky-touchable. Wasn't Worsfold off the line?
The umpire hadn't called play on. That's technical.
Yeah.
But correct.
Worsfold, centering kick. Good. To Wooden. Little give to Jakovic. Goes to half forward. Gehrig, they've gone the long way around West Coast here. Kemp. Still Kemp. Back to Wooden. Wooden at 50 now. Goes for goal. Good penetrating kick. He's got it. A beauty like Matera. Well, they went a long way from home, didn't they? Out wide. Interestingly, Tim, both their goals have been scored from the same spot.
Well, on that occasion, Carlton really flooded the central part of the forward line out about 20-30 metres from the top of the square, which forced them wide on that occasion. And the West Coast Eagles now having to kick their goals from difficult angles, but they're just slowly working their way back into the game, although Carlton is still winning most of the close-in battles.
Carlton lead by 21 points. Another very good bounce in the middle. Very high and very straight. Ratton the half chance. The hand pass came from Wooden. Fed back nicely by Simmons. Wooden's away on the wing. He's forward of the wing now, running down towards half forward. Ill-directed kick though. Manton underneath it. Marks at the second attempt. Interesting in that last goal as Manton plays on. Saw the numbers to the outer side. Hickmott feeds it out to Bradley. Bradley's away. Kicking down towards half forward. Kernahan and Jakovic. Kernahan reduced to the spoiler that time. Knocked it away. This is Matera. Takes them on. Morrison sent into space. Morrison the chip, demanding something of Hetty. Hetty turns around and claims the mark. Just inside the 50. 7-3-3-6. And the Eagles now enjoying one of their best patches in this game. Hetty. Eyes bulging on the boundary.
He'd have a shot from there, wouldn't he? That's their sweet spot this quarter.
Well, he's stretching as though he may. Just going back to that last goal on the run by Wooden. Jakovic involved in the build-up, and I get the feeling if Jakovic can run off Kernahan, that would be a good result. The West Coast Eagles. Can he, though? No doubt about his fitness. Meantime, here's Hetty from right on the 50. Trying to thread the needle. Won't do it this time. Turnbull over the top, open goal. The Eagles are coming on strong.
Matera looks to be galloping well tonight. Looks to be in good shape. Ball. Anstey. Good hip and shoulder by McKenna. Then had the strength to break the Ratton. Under pressure ball out of play. Runner out with Ratton. Blue runner. 7 goals, 3-4-6.
And really, you'd almost be asking Steve Kernahan to sacrifice his own game tonight to take Glenn Jakovic out of the play and just let Murphy become their marking player when they go forward, because he's got a terrific pair of hands.
Hickmott waits the kick. Murphy and Kernahan targets at the back. Ratton got a bad bounce. Schofield away. Little one to Simmons.
Simmons inside the centre square on the burst. Kicks to space. Gehrig favoured by the kick. Has the pace. Hetty steaming back towards the goal square. Gehrig Some uncertainty, goes outside. Schofield, 55 metres out, shocking kick. Simmons onto the loose ball and runs into goal and gets it. A bit of luck there for the West Coast Eagles.
Well, you call it right, Dennis. It was a little bit of luck, but at the same time, Simmons made his own luck by running into that space, and Whitehead was shaking his head. And he saw Simmons get the ball. Fraser Gehrig taking the man onto the mark. I mean, it looked like he was indecisive at that stage, but it did create that little bit of extra room for the West Coast Eagles defenders.
Well, the Blues need the next one suddenly, even though they lead, because all the momentum is with the Eagles. 7-5. Do you like that, Dennis, in the centre there?
I do.
There's Braun and Williams. There's a ball having a talk. Ooh. And the umpire saw it, Greg.
Well, he was lucky the first time, wasn't he, really, when that ball was locked between the two players.
Worsfold cleans him up. Silly stuff by Williams, though. Djakovic. It's 15 metres, I think, against Carlton, so very silly, Greg. Almost a goal given away. Not a whole lot in it, really. But there's a fair bit after all of that.
Would you say a lot of brawn, but not a lot of brain?
Well, Kemp to make it sting. 48 metres out, directly in front. He's got it. Well,
that stings.
It does, and the champ is going to have to watch himself because he's played so well, but he's just given up a very easy goal, and suddenly West Coast are within a kick, and they've sucked him in.
$1 million worth of cigarettes stolen.
Get an ambulance.
And a hit and run.
Are you threatening me? Yes, I am, mate. Work with him.
It's a race against each other to see who'll solve it first. The brilliant Blue Healers. 8:30 Tuesday on Prime.
Alan Parker's The Commitments took the world by storm and produced one of the hottest musical talents of the year.
All you wanna do is ride around Sally.
Now together for the first time on one CD, the band's finest songs, plus previously unreleased material from the voice of The Commitments, Andrew Strong.
There ain't nothing you can do. Hey, 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 hey.
The best of The Commitments is in store now. Check it out.
Are you brushing twice a day? You could be ruining your hair. It's true. The simple act of brushing can strip away the cuticle, even cause your hair to break. The solution? Pantene Pro V Treatment Conditioner. To keep your hair strong, Pantene has a unique root-penetrating pro-vitamin formula. Root to tip, it improves the entire length of your hair to make it naturally strong, healthy and shiny, so it breaks less. Pantene Pro V. For hair so healthy, it shines. Don't forget to brush.
Before nightfall, 40,000 children will die from hunger and disease. 55 will die before I finish talking.
They're dying because to most of us, they're nameless, faceless masses, too numerous to help. But they each have a name and they can be helped, one by one. If you can set aside $1 a day, $30 a month, then please call this number and sponsor a child like Maria. Maria might be a statistic now, if it hadn't been for a caring homemaker by the name of Angela Toth.
Before Angela sponsored Maria through Christian Children's Fund, the situation was very bad. Maria and her mother were alone and frightened. Maria's father had been kidnapped. And with no source of income, it's pretty tough to get along in this part of the country. But Maria will, thanks to Angela. Now they share pictures, letters, their joys, sadness.
Thousands of children, just as precious as Maria, die every day. Not because people are heartless, but because we feel powerless. How many times have you heard child mortality statistics and thought, the problem's so big, what can I do? You can do plenty. You can pick up the phone and save one child. Christian Children's Fund can do a lot with your $30. Remember, your phone call can make a wonderful difference in the life of a child.
The number for Christian Children's Fund is on your screen. Please call it.
We'll send you the name and photo of a child you can sponsor.
A learning curve for Braun and Wooden tonight.
And for Williams, Dennis.
Well, he's been around a long time. Playing a wonderful game by the same token. Allen got it down. This is Hamill. Feeds it back. Hickmott took a while. Was aware, though. He kicks it down towards half forward. O'Sullivan hit the ball hard, but dropped the mark. Koutafidis. Can the Blues grab one back? Bradley contorts. Feeds it back to Koutafidis. Goes with the left boot. They need a goal. They've got one. Anthony Koutafidis.
That was brilliant then by Koutafidis. Just the way he won the ball around centre-half forward and then to follow it up. And that's exactly what Carlton have been wanting from Anthony Koutafidis. They really want him to stand up as a player when the chips are down and the game's getting tight. And they'll be extremely pleased with that bit of play. Once again, Carlton getting in the centre bounce break. It really makes a difference when you get those centre bounce breaks. Neither side gets the time to set up their defence.
Hamill came bursting in. He had a good first quarter, and Hickmott was involved. Bradley got it from Allen. Back to Anstey. Good build-up. Carlton come back. Kick to centre-half forward. Murphy front spot. Worsfold at the back. Kernahan there. O'Sullivan a left footer. Back to Kernahan. Was touched by Djakovic. Play on. Williams keeps his eye on it. Braun. High tackle by Anstey. Not paid. Ridden into the ground. West Coast. They were stiff. Simmons wants a free kick. Not paid. Play on called. Djakovic away. It's a great game of footy. Two bounces. Lopes up to half forward. Centre wing, I should say. Turnbull, whose height has been a bit of a worry. Plays on quickly. Garrick's pace always a worry. Manton gets back with Dean to put the pressure on. Matera's coming charging through with Morrison. Bradley to try and get back. Morrison off the ground. Out of play. It went from the back pocket to the forward pocket in very fast time. Now, Djakovic goes back for Kernahan and McIntosh goes back for Silvani. There's Anstey off the field. Grigic waiting to come on. Ball wins the tap. Good play, Ratton. Bradley's having a wonderful first half. Charges away. Kernahan went to ground. Djakovic with him. Ball comes to ground. Koutafidis to take Djakovic on. Williams to get back. They've got numbers here, the Blues. Williams to keep. Oh, brilliantly done. Kernahan couldn't quite take it. It's a wonderful bit of vision by Williams. Braun well done. Kept his cool. Hamill charges through. What a contest. Boundary throw in. Gee, Williams nearly perfected a genius handball there, didn't he?
And Kernahan really did his best at getting his weight, didn't he? As we see, Hamill, free kick against Carlton, I think, here for...
What about young Braun there?
He's got line on the floor.
Kernahan, McKenna, and also Williams around him. You think perhaps he'd reach in for his autograph book.
McKenna at half-back. To centre wing. Allen. There's Braun, held on to. Missed by O'Sullivan. Umpire coming in quickly. Matera gets hold of Williams. Greg giving away a free kick to Grigic. I think he has, and Grigic has got it at half-back. There's another 50 metres here. Gee, Greg's obviously said something to the umpire here. He's underdone all the good work, I reckon.
Well, look, he can be undisciplined at times, but we also saw Luke O'Sullivan. He's such a left-sided player, Luke O'Sullivan. He had space in front of him, but he was trying to do an arc to get back on his left boot when he was caught.
Schofield inside the 50 then. Hearing the target man, who's done a good job considering. Simmons in front. Matera hard against the line, pulls it back. Nobody at home. Dean. Ooh, some doubt about that. Hickmott on the overlap. Chips to the pocket. This is Bradley. So 13 possessions for Greg Williams, but he's given away 100 metres we know of tonight so far. So he's marginally in credit. On the outer side, Allen, knocked away by Simmons. Another whistle, so the umpire's getting involved now. And the West Coast Eagles on the right end of things at the moment. Having a very good patch. Stone short, McKenna pushing up the ground, about 80 metres from goal to the pocket. Gearing on the burst. Getting in front is Bradley. And he does very nicely, coming up to his 14th possession. Maintaining his average against the Eagles and for the season. Out of the back pocket, up towards centre half-back and Allen. Thought about going. Now he does. Releases the ball over the top. This is Hogg. Had to reach down and find it. As a result, a hurried kick floats out towards the wing. They wrestle in front. Julio came at it, knocked it down. Oh, scintillating speed. Coming through like the Matador. It goes out wide from Matera. Heady's got it. He would be about 40 metres out. Exhilaration there from Matera. The short one comes in, and the mark is held by Simmons. Peter Matera did not break stride as he approached that ball. There were bodies all around it. And that was marvellous, and that was the end of it. Out to Heady. Heady came short, and Simmons now, who played so well for Western Australia against the Allies on this ground in his State of Origin debut 7 days ago. The hallmark of that night was his long-distance passing. This is a shot at goal from 45, and he's pushed it to the right. No good.
Might be time to bring Steve Silvani up the ground a bit. He hasn't been near the ball this quarter because the ball hasn't been near him. Carlton have only had the ball in their forward line 5 times, and they really do want him back in the play.
Bradley getting hold of it again from McKay, and quickly on. Goes long, as he so often does, but Diulio at the back, that was better. Not sure why he went the punch the last time. Heady back to Schofield, back to Worsfold, kept his cool, did all right, but a high ball doesn't give his forwards much hope. Dean belts it forward. Matera, brilliantly done. Wonderful play to Simmons. Good play by the umpire to get out of the way. Simmons, another mongrel kick, but it might be all right. Morrison onto it. Good tackle, brought him down. O'Sullivan, play on call, the advantage, and Luke comes charging away. The Rhino wants the boundary line. McKenna will get it. He had nobody to kick it to. McKenna sizes it up, chips in short. Morrison should go on. He does, with a handball, which was very interesting, to Wooden, who sells one to Bradley and then kicks to Grigic, who gets a push, but no free kick. And Allen belts the handball away. It has been a sensational opening half. Cooter's got it a centre-half back.
Back to Hickbott, up towards half-back. Hickbott pushing up the ground. The kick to the other side. Stone did well. Reached over the top, knocked it down. Banfield went looking for Matera, enjoying a purple patch here. Matera down towards full forward. Gehrig's in front. Brilliantly done by Manton. Well played by the defender, Allen, to slap it away. But the Eagles have got a chance. Turnbull throws it on the boot, and it bounces out of bounds. Well, the pressure absolutely enormous. Pulsating game down to 34 seconds remaining in the half.
West Coast Eagles' work rate really has increased this quarter. They're starting to win a lot of those 50-50 balls at the packs.
Allen, who's been great, gains about 25 metres, angled two-fister, and a boundary throw. No breeze to speak of. Very still night. About 40,000 now watching this one. It's a great rivalry. They've had some cliffhangers. Close to the boundary, Morrison working out of trouble, but gave it away. Camporelli. We're down to 18 seconds. If Carlton got time. Around the outer side, Hamill. O'Sullivan left it behind Matera. His last 5 minutes have been superb. He kicks down towards the pocket. They come from all directions. Carlton well represented. Too many up. Hurriedly onto the boot, Morrison. It floats. It's gone the required distance. Hickmott got a fist on it. The siren sounds. Heady snaps. Nothing doing. In half-time, I think everybody at this ground looking for a chance to catch their breath.
If the house is rocking, don't bother knocking. If the house is rocking, don't bother knocking. Just step right in and let the fun begin.
This week in our sporting country, we join the V8 privateers and discover how tough it is to race without mega bucks and meet an Australian golfer on the way up. Our sporting country, today 12:30 on Prime.
Hi, I'm Tom Goodcamp. I specialise in major compensation cases. Have you suffered a serious injury? If so, let me help you fight for the compensation you deserve. Simply phone me at Staxter Law Firm to discuss your injury, free of any charge.
Time for a doorstep challenge, but it's not for Nappy Sand. It's for Nappy Sand Plus. It's an advanced laundry soaker. Let's knock on this door.
What's your name?
Sue.
John Harker, Sue. This is actually Nappy Sand Plus. You know how normally we ask people to come out and show us their whites? Now show us your stains.
Oh, I could probably get you one, yeah. I've got a very dirty boy's shirt here.
How do you do that?
I'm playing basketball.
He's a bit messy around the collar too, isn't he?
He's filthy, yeah. He's just a filthy teenager.
So what would you normally do to try and get that out?
Soak it.
And would that normally come out?
No, not all of it.
I bet you if you soak it in Nappy Sand Plus, that'll absolutely come out. How's
Okay.
that? Are you ready to show the whole world?
It's probably the whitest thing on the line.
What have you been doing it?
Wiping the ball on his shirt.
Good as new?
Yep, another 3 years out of that.
Nappy Sand Plus, it'll beat a wider range of tougher stains. Give it a go on yours.
Before nightfall, 40,000 children will die from hunger and disease. 55 will die before I finish talking. They're dying because to most of us, they're nameless, faceless masses, too numerous to help. But they each have a name and they can be helped, one by one. If you can set aside $1 a day, $30 a month, then please call this number and sponsor a child like Maria. Maria might be a statistic now, if it hadn't been for a caring homemaker by the name of Angela Toth.
Before Angela sponsored Maria through Christian Children's Fund, the situation was very bad. Maria and her mother were alone and frightened. Maria's father had been kidnapped. And with no source of income, it's pretty tough to get along in this part of the country. But Maria will, thanks to Angela. Now they share pictures, letters, their joys, sadness.
Thousands of children just as precious as Maria die every day. Not because people are heartless, but because we feel powerless. How many times have you heard child mortality statistics and thought, the problem's so big, what can I do? You can do plenty. You can pick up the phone and save one child. Christian Children's Fund can do a lot with your $30. Remember, your phone call can make a wonderful difference in the life of a child.
The number for Christian Children's Fund is on your screen. Please call it.
We'll send you the name and photo of a child you can sponsor.
Hi, I'm Glenn Rawlings. You can catch me today for more new surf products on Surf TV.
Welcome back to Subiaco. Let's go down to the boundary. Adrian Barrett and Chris Mainwaring.
Yeah, Bruce, they had a smoking kills display on before. I reckon mainly the tension might kill us before into this game. It's been fantastic, and from the rooms, it's enormous as well.
Yeah, we're a little bit concerned about Carlton's supremacy in the air. Alan's been very dominant around the ground, and perhaps that's why Illy Griggs found himself on the boundary line. But hopefully we can continue on in the third quarter like we did that last quarter.
Yeah, tough one to pick, boys. Back to you.
Yes, terrific setup here. Going the wrong way to Julio, and may get away with it. Alan's been wonderful. Koutafidis through the centre towards Silvani, and Silvani with an opportunity. He had Hamill on his own and didn't realise it. It was a waste. It's hard to criticise him after what he's done at that end of the ground tonight, but I think he knows Hamill was clearly on his own. Maybe he didn't hear the call, but it was a gimme had he got it over.
Well, I think DeLulio was almost heading for an own goal. He got that ball in the centre there too. But that bit of bodywork by Silvani once again on McIntosh, just getting him out of position, all his weight on one foot, knocking him off.
McIntosh finds his mark, gets to Schofield at centre half back. Must be hard for players to come out after such a half and continue with the same intensity. So let's see if we can get a trend early in the second half. Schofield runs away, a couple of bounces, and just finds Banfield. It was perfectly weighted in the end. Stone's kick, well done Koutafidis. Could we see a huge second half from him? Half volley by Ratton. Handball was excellent to Bradley. Bradley goes short and finds his man. This is a good start, and Hamill has played a good game.
He has been a good player tonight, Aaron Hamill, but the man on the mark, Stone, pushed up the field, and as we see so often, defenders now are instructed to run forward. They run a long way forward. If there's a turnover, then they're often out of position if the opposition side can get the ball back into their forward line quickly.
45 metres out. The crowd like it. They reckon he's missed. Silvani reckons he's got it, and he has. Sell-out crowd. Terrific night in Perth, and they're enjoying it.
Tossed in. Allen always wanting front position, knocks it down. Bradley over the ball, can't keep it in. Across it goes. Well, Bradley been terrific again tonight. Talking about his average possessions this season, 28. It's up from 24 last season and 23 in 95. So it's a stellar year for him. De Julio wide of the pack towards the wing, almost the mark to Murphy. Hitting the ball hard, O'Sullivan running through midfield with support. Looping hand pass, they combine nicely. It comes to Camporelli. Sullivan and Camporelli eventually get it down to this man Silvani, who flirted with the idea of going.
I think he almost committed himself to going. Then his eyes lit up. What's this? Oh, there's a... No, there's not.
Well, there was. Stephen Silvani at number 5 then. From 40 metres. It holds its line. No, not quite. Just fell away right to left. Behind. Led off for the West Coast Eagles, but Carlton looking good to start this term. Emergency umpire has been out to Fraser Gehrig, so I'm not sure whether there was a report there for that bump in the back. And Hogg.
McKenna very short to McIntosh. And McIntosh short to Stone. Murphy's in at him. Well done, Stone. Good effort there. And again they go short. Braun held his ground, play on. Allen gets it to Williams. Williams outside 50, centering kick. Silvani has a run, takes a specky. He's just winning the ball so often, one-on-one, or in that case there were two-on-one, I know, but he's getting so much of the football when it's in his territory.
Really brilliant play then by Greg Williams too, just to claim Braun. Didn't give a free kick away, just knocked the ball out of his hands, forced the turnover.
Guides it through for his 5th goal. And all of a sudden, there's a break, isn't there? It's 10-6. Can't see this game really opening up goals-wise. It's going to be fairly tight, and Carlton are nearly 4 in front.
Well, Carlton's defence has been strong all night, and that is a trademark mark from Steve Silvani.
A real battle now. Ball once more. Allen works his way in front. Ball reaches over the top. Almost to Bradley. He could have been taken high. Ratton slides in on his knees. Tries to hand pass the ball out. Eventually dug it out. Bradley keeps it going. Goal. Wood to Ulio was put down. Now an opportunity for Wooden. Nicely done. Slips it away. Simmons around the outer side with precision. Finds ball. No margin for error there. To hug the boundary line. Jason Bull back in the side off injury. Well-directed kick though. Gave it away. Hickmott has been very good in this term.
To Bradley, changes direction, very short to McKay. It's probably been the glaring fault in the West Coast game tonight, the delivery when they've gone forward, and a couple of missed goals early. Djakovic just belts it away. Every metre important here for the moment. I feel like it's going to be a goal on the break here for one or the other. They're the handballs, look at the Blues. Such an advantage. Tim's told us that they handball more than any other team this year. Certainly tonight it shows up. And I think Carlton will be pleased with this scenario because they've probably got a 50-50 chance of getting the break here and creating a goal with West Coast, and if they do, they'll go 5 in front.
Well, they've looked potent and have gone forward, haven't they? If they can get inside the 50, then Stephen Silvani has been doing the rest for them tonight.
Koutafidis has got Matera out of the play too. He's standing at centre-half forward. O'Sullivan, Williams, this might be the break. Camperelli comes away, charges, not a, well, I said not a great kick, but Silvani's got it. I thought Matera might cut it off. It was perfect in the end. Gee, I thought...
What about the release handball by Williams, though, to Camperelli?
Sensational. It was just the scenario we're talking about. A quick break one way or the other. And could Silvani kick number 6? 40 metres out, in front, no, misses, so he's kicked 3 behinds in this quarter and 1 goal. So at half-time he had 4-0, and right now he's got 5-3, and 2 of those goals have been pretty easy ones. It's 10-6 to 6-8.
Blues on top and looking good. McKenna, bring it in. Best on ground in last year's first qualifying final on this ground. 7 possessions in that game, including 14 in the 3rd term. Something similar would be nice here. It's another one, feeds it back. McIntosh and he combine. Wooden out of the back pocket, up towards the wing. They're outnumbered, the West Coast Eagles. Knocked forward by McKay, which didn't hurt them really. It's the Eagles I was talking about, streaming through Williams, who will. Gets it across to Manton. Manton sends towards centre-half forward. Murphy almost, it falls behind. Spinning out of trouble is Braun. Gets it away to Peter Matera. Matera slides it across the ground, presenting Djakovic with a run. Djakovic on the outer side wing decides to take on Kernahan. That's a mistake. Kernahan grabbed him, and it's holding the ball. Well, he didn't treat Kernahan with due respect there. And as a result, pays the price. Kernahan back towards half forward goes the kick. Stone almost. Murphy off his hands, away to Ratton. Ratton's kick is deflected. It spins across towards half forward O'Sullivan. Camperelli into space. 25 metres out, bounces it wide. So the Blues now squandering their chances, and perhaps in the last 5 minutes could have wrapped this one up.
10-7, 6-8. That was interesting. Gehrig away, and the umpire is about halfway through putting the old flag back. Good mark, Allen. McIntosh to full forward for West Coast, so big change there. Allen just puts it up for Silvani, so confident that he can beat anyone. Gehrig has gone back there, so that move you talked about, Tim, in the first 10 minutes, I think you did, Dennis, actually, in the first 10 minutes. O'Sullivan coming off the ground and Whitehead coming on. It's been all right, O'Sullivan, in this quarter. Broken a couple of lines. Ratton's been good. Carlton seemingly in control, but there's still not a lot on the scoreboard. Djakovic back to Gehrig, concedes the behind. 10-8, 6-8.
Carlton have rotated a number of players through the midfield just to keep the running pressure up on the West Coast Eagles.
On Prime's must-see Sunday, we didn't practice with this dare.
Oh, God!
And we didn't with this one either. Because sometimes even practice goes wrong.
Oh.
Now for the real thing. Who Dares Win 6:30 Sunday.
We keep you moving. We keep you moving.
With your BP distributor, everywhere we go and everything we do is to keep you moving. We'll make it easy, because at BP, we understand you've got somewhere to go. So we'll do our bit so you can get on with yours. BP Distributors, we keep you moving.
We keep you moving. We keep you moving. We keep you moving.
Hanging about in this wheat field all day makes me pretty hungry. Luckily, I've got myself some Weston's chocolate Wheatons. Some people like chocolate Wheatons because of the delicious chocolate, but I like them because they're filled with the goodness of real wheat, just like me.
G'day! Can I have a chocolate Wheaton? I'm a bit peckish.
Weston's chocolate Wheaton. They're chock full of wheat.
Did you know our bodies are over 50% water? Ooh, got a bit of a headache from being stuck in there. Because Aspro Clear dissolves in water, it's rapidly absorbed, so it works fast. Tastes good. That's better. So, back to work.
Aspro Clear, rapidly absorbed for fast pain relief. Use only as directed. If pain persists, consult your doctor.
Mrs. Smith, your car has been found.
Right.
Stripped, I'm afraid. It's been towed to NRMA Smash Repairs, but it can be taken to
No, that's fine.
It's a bit of a mess,
I'll say.
but nothing we can't fix.
Already? Great, thanks. What time do we... Fantastic job.
By the way, look familiar?
Yeah.
Lose yourself for a while in the new $3 Money Maze Extended Play Scratchy. Just follow the arrows through the maze and you could find yourself up to $30,000 richer. So come on, lose yourself in Money Maze.
Scratch me happy, yes!
10-8, 6-8. Carlton have been terrific. They came here to play, no question about that. Their run has been good too. Bradley indicating that. Storms away. Allen's work in the pack there was terrific. Silvani misses it on the forward line. Opportunity wide of the pack for Hamill. Went to ground. Silvani pokes it through. His sixth.
That's going to hurt Tim, isn't it?
That was a sensational bit of play by Matthew Allen, though. Players just going to congratulate him now. That tap down to Craig Bradley was as good as you'll see from a ruckman. And then Bradley just kicking it to the sweet spot. Silvani almost taking the grab and then following up here for a sliding goal. Aren't they happy?
It's probably the big margin of the match, 11-8 to 6-8. 5 goals in it. West Coast need the next. Williams out of the centre. Left of screen has certainly been the scoring end. Camperelli lucky. Takes the mark. Short to Silvani. Stretching him. Gehrig's quick, remember. Silvani seems to be able to beat anyone tonight. Still in play. Could kick this. This is the sort of night he's having, no. Front of the square. Beat punch by Djakovic. McKenna kept his eye on it. And they're happy to have it out of play. Just trying to work out how many goals to the left of screen. 6 in the first by Carlton. 5 in the second by West Coast. That's 11. And 3 here. So 14 of the 17 goals have come left of screen.
No reason for that.
No, none at all. But it's 11-8 to 6-8, and the Blues are going well. Kernahan trying to take it out of the air. Suddenly they're growing in confidence again.
And Mick Moldhouse will be wanting Fraser Gehrig to run down the ground every time the West Coast Eagles gain possession of the ball. Stephen Silvani, as wonderful a player as he is, he doesn't have a great deal of endurance. If you can drag him up the field, make him spend his effort up there, then he won't be as dangerous a forward when the Carlton players do get the ball.
Djakovic stumps it wide. Williams an opportunity from 35 metres out. Pulls it back just wide of the mark. Behind. And Williams set the turn early. He was brilliant in the centre square. Fraser Gehrig. Part of this bully. Good defence at the moment. Kicks in short. Not too short. Gained about 35 metres. Heady's going to get a free kick over the shoulder. Brett Heady up from the back pocket towards the wing. Coming up the ground there is Ball working in front. Allen did brilliantly to knock it down. Whitehead, but it's going to come back, I think, as a free kick to Allen. Classic example of a player who wants to be in front of boundary throw-ins, and in the marking contest there just demands that front spot. Got it. Rewarded. That nick under the eye, kicks inside the 50. Big pack again. Kudafiti's over the top. Ratton roving the pack. Somehow managed to kick. Was it touched? No. Gehrig slides in and has paid the mark. Plenty of arms around the ball, but somehow got through. Gehrig off his step, sends it wide. No conviction though at the present time for the West Coast Eagles. Banfield releases Stone, in trouble. McKay came to meet him. The ball bounces around the outer side. Jason Ball's got the run of it. Well played by Camporelli to knock it out. Sexton, the beneficiary, spears it to the pocket. Hamill. Well, the tiny things in football so often very important. And that hand in there was all it took.
Yes, that's absolutely correct, Dennis. That's all it needed. It was just that lunge. Knocked the ball, and Hamill back there on his own. West Coast Eagles players pushing up. That's the price you pay.
Going for his third, his second of the term. Oh, wayward kick right across the face, out of bounds on the floor.
They've missed some, haven't they, the Blues, in this quarter?
Should be all over.
It should be.
Had enough of it to be 8 or 9 in front in a low-scoring match. There's still 5 in front. So West Coast far from dead. But boy, they do need just one before three-quarter time to give them something to come into the last quarter with.
They've just got to try and shake somebody free. Carlton have tied up their best players.
Allen and Ball. Allen's been magnificent. Sexton at the back, building forward. Matera belts it away. Whitehead trying to get back. He doesn't quite get a handle on it. Does now. Hamble inside, puts his man under pressure. Diolio. But he has some pace and now some room. He should be able to deliver. Sexton a target, not a good kick. It was a poor kick. McKenna should make him pay to Simmons. And he's got Wooden wide, hasn't he? McKay's given 50. And Simmons can come inside the 50. That's the 4th 50-metre penalty Carlton's given away tonight.
It's a critical turnover too. A kick of Delulio's. Magnificent interception by McKenna. And this is the goal that you spoke about only 2 minutes ago, Bruce.
He hasn't kicked well tonight, Simmons. We talked about that off camera at half-time. He kicked brilliantly here last week, his field kicking. He's had plenty of the football, but this is a must goal. Steers it and steers it through. He's had a good game. He's kicked 2 goals. Just a couple of mistakes though by the Blues. They'll give the Eagles heart. Murphy made an error under pressure. Sexton really makes one. He did make up for it though. Kemp to Heady. West Coast coming back. Lovell, centering kick. Carlton have got all the numbers, but it nearly fell to Evans. Bradley tries to get it past Heady, can't. Heady centering kick. Ball in the box set. Dean, good effort. Morrison onto it. Should kick the goal. Goes for it and puts it through. They're back. right back in it. 8-8 to 11-9.
Carlton just appearing to tire a little bit in time on. Just a couple of unforced errors they've committed in the last couple of minutes. Dean there, that's his man with the ball at the moment. He had to go with ball.
Nine points the margin. The West Coast Eagles have got the last two. A change of balance on their forward line. Grigic is on for Philip Matera. Bounce in the middle. Allen goes up and thumps it down. Offhands, it spills across to Bradley alongside the centre circle. Pumps it inside the 50. McKenna goes back. Great judgment. Gehrig released on his left side. Has a bounce. Runs up towards the defensive 50. Chips out wide. Not a particularly good kick. Chance for Kernahan. Picks up the ball. Off his step, just sends it down towards right half forward. Murphy so will apply a tackle on Worsfold. Play goes on, picked up by Lovell, back towards the wing. Down goes Morrison. He hit hard. Will get the free kick. Helped under the ball. Chad Morrison, who booted the last goal. Just over 2.5 minutes to three-quarter time. The West Coast Eagles coming back at Carlton. Carlton's discipline, the work ethic tonight has been terrific. Got reason to be tired. Hickmott feeds it back to Bradley. Bradley from half-back. Morrison gave a contest, thumped it away. Hock was the man in front. Socket off the ground by Sexton. Around the outer side wing. McKenna in the road. Plays it close to the boundary line. Kernahan takes it across.
Boundary throw in at centre wing. Bradley getting a lot of kicks deep in defence. Michael Malthouse down on the boundary line. Such a big game, David Parkin said. Felt this game would tell so much about both these teams this year. Bradley gets it, then straightens. Now Silvani, this will be interesting. A huge play, what a mark. Fantastic. It was a massive play, really. One-on-one, and if Gehrig had got it, he would have charged away, you reckon, in that situation, and had a lot of space in front of himself.
There's no doubt about that. But that release handball again of Greg Williams out at half forward created the play.
Big kick this. He's missed a couple in this quarter and he's missed another. Well, the Blues, as it goes to the pocket, Stone with it, and they're away now. So Silvani not converting here. It's pretty hard to be critical of him. He's been magnificent, but
they've been tight kicks though.
Away Jakovic. Getting it from Braun into the centre to McIntosh. Good take, and then gives Matera the release. Matera to the pocket. Good looking kick to Grigic. It was champagne footy. So the Silvani miss, and down the ground come the Eagles. And a goal-kicking ruck, and Grigic has got it.
And a sensational diagonal kick which remained in the corridor from Jakovic to McIntosh to set that play up. The running of Matera to finish it off. And hopefully this fellow will put the icing on the cake.
It's about where Silvani was kicking a moment ago. Same distance, same angle. Kicks the goal. Well, the Blues are going to look back at this quarter and think they could have done so much more. West Coast are going to go into three-quarter time with their bottoms right up now.
This is the kick. A terrific kick. McIntosh, a quick player off the mark, just getting a couple of steps on Manton. Manton's been good tonight. Released it to Matera. Grigic, a sliding mark for a big fellow.
Huge swing there. The goal missed at one end. The goal kicked at the other. Late goals coming for the West Coast Eagles. Allen strides in manfully, knocks it down again. Kemp hurriedly. Wanders out towards the wing. Lovell's got it. 35 seconds remain in the term. He kicks to half forward. McIntosh, well defended by Dean to slap it away. Again, Matera's influence late in the term, pronounced here. Gets it over the top to McIntosh. Goes down towards the pocket and Hetty. Loose ball behind. Can Hetty get back? Nobody in the square. Hetty motors towards the square. Hand passes to Evans. They've got another one. 12 seconds till three-quarter time, and look at that. They've got the last 4 goals of the term.
Well, they've just good release handball then to McIntosh, but the West Coast Eagles have just played the quarter out. Carlton have tied. The West Coast Eagles have brought themselves back into the game because they've run hard in the last 5 minutes. The opportunities have presented themselves. They've finished off. Carlton have had to play up the other end of the ground, and they just haven't been able to capitalise by kicking 6-pointers. This game is well and truly alive, as you can hear.
Matera running away from Koutafides there too, as he did it late in the second quarter. Kemp's little kick going the wrong way now. Kouta. Now Matera again. He's on fire around the body. McKay front spot comes to ground, and the siren sounds. And what was Carlton's quarter for 25 minutes suddenly turned, and West Coast go charging in at three-quarter time.
If the house is rocking, don't bother knocking. If the house is rocking, don't bother knocking. Just step right in and let the fun begin.
On Crime's must-see Sunday, take a driving lesson with the world's most outrageous drivers. Catch the Crims in action and the store where they take 100% off everything. 7:30 police camera action. Then at 8.
Someone has accused me of insensitivity. You're not family. Get out!
It's true.
I'm an offensive person.
And now,
You must attend sensitivity training.
I don't need training. Heart!
after police camera action, Third Rock at 8 on Crime's must-see Sunday.
After a sellout tour, Live's new album, Secret Samadhi, continues to dominate the Australian charts. Featuring the hit Lakini's Juice and the new single, Freaks. Now, for a very limited time, Secret Samadhi comes with a bonus 5-track CD. Live's Secret Samadhi. Get it now.
Before nightfall, 40,000 children will die from hunger and disease. 55 will die before I finish talking.
They're dying because to most of us, they're nameless, faceless masses, too numerous to help. But they each have a name and they can be helped, one by one. If you can set aside $1 a day, $30 a month, then please call this number and sponsor a child like Maria. Maria might be a statistic now, if it hadn't been for a caring homemaker by the name of Angela Toth.
Before Angela sponsored Maria through Christian Children's Fund, the situation was very bad. Maria and her mother were alone and frightened. Maria's father had been kidnapped. And with no source of income, it's pretty tough to get along in this part of the country. But Maria will, thanks to Angela. Now they share pictures, letters, their joys, sadness.
Thousands of children, just as precious as Maria, die every day. Not because people are heartless, but because we feel powerless. How many times have you heard child mortality statistics and thought, the problem's so big, what can I do? You can do plenty. You can pick up the phone and save one child. Christian Children's Fund can do a lot with your $30. Remember, your phone call can make a wonderful difference in the life of a child.
The number for Christian Children's Fund is on your screen. Please call it.
We'll send you the name and photo of a child you can sponsor.
Footy's home ground right here on 7. Big finish. Carlton and the West Coast Eagles. It's been a classic game of football so far, and they've played many a classic in the last few seasons. Arch rivals, Allen, as he's done for the best part of the night, wins it down. Kemp hurriedly kicks it out very wide, bounces awkwardly, knocked on there by Lovell. Without it, Hogg, no free kick. Ratton went in hard, trying to knock it goalward. Down goes Evans. A whistle and a bounce. Down towards left half forward for the West Coast Eagles. That'll do it. Tony Evans. Turnbull. And Allen. Good bounce. It favours Allen. Goes back looking for the voice supplied by Ratton. Picked up by Braun. Banfield did well. Malthouse's advice there. Great mark taken on the run. Hogg sliding towards the boundary line. Able to reel it in. Hogg from right half back. Sends play up towards the wing. Allen's in front from behind Turnbull. Defiant fist on it. Down in front Murphy. Spilt back towards Braun. Braun tries to feed it to Evans. Evans charged down by Murphy. It spills to Simmons. Simmons 55 metres out. Great shepherd there from Lovell. He heads for home. It's wide of the mark. It bounces once. It's still a live ball down there. And Sexton takes it back across the line. So one straight kick the difference.
Had plenty of the ball tonight. Simmons.
Short to Dean. Oh, Bradley outnumbered. McKenna cut him off. In short to Lovell at 55 metres. West Coast starting this quarter as they finish the last one off. They've come out firing. Another short one to Kemp. Cut off though by Mackay. Back to Lovell. Goes long towards the forward pocket. Philip Matera was there with Hogg. They've had an interesting battle all night. Sexton came over the top, then grabs hold of the footy. They grab him. It's going to be a bounce. Would have been a brave call there. Matera wants a free kick for hanging on. Sexton picks himself up, and it's going to be a bounce with West Coast a goal behind. Allen was there. McIntosh comes through. Tries to charge his way through. Hogg under pressure. High kick. Murphy going for it and takes the mark on his chest at half-back.
Carlton have pushed him up onto the wing. He's picking up Simmons now.
Murphy, it's Djakovic. He's had the better of Kernahan for most of the night. Fists away, Ratton, underarm handball, underground. Oh, Banfield got a high one, no free kick. A tight one, Whitehead to Ratton, Ratton wide. Now Silvani Gehrig, this is going to be fascinating. Gehrig belted away to Matera. Silvani trips him. Free kick surely. It's got it. Matera at half-back.
Not intentional, according to the umpire. Matera pops it out wide. Kemp has it then. Right against the boundary line. Sends play down towards half-forward. In from the side, Hickmott. He loves that situation. Player is anchored to the ground, jostling. And he comes over the top. Little pick-up. Adrian Hickmott. Bit of cramp, goes to the middle. It's a man who has reason to cramp up. Craig Bradley kicks inside the attacking 50. Who's got the leg speed here? Kernahan and Djakovic. I know who I've backed. Kernahan went to ground. So did Whitehead. So did Djakovic. It was like the domino theory down there. Eventually it's picked up by McKenna. Kipke's head goes back to Gehrig. He likes a run. Comes out of defence. Pinpoints it well. Warns it left half back. The youngster. Oh, that's a terrible kick. Aberration, it bounces out of bounds. We'll have a throw in.
That's what happens when you kick on the back step. We go down to Adrian Barrage.
Yeah, from the three-quarter time huddle, jugulars bulging everywhere from those coaches. Great to see the two great coaches at their most aroused. Mick Malthouse wanted a special effort from his two champions, McKenna and Djakovic, like he just got there. Parkin was looking to Silvani, saying to his troops, go long to him. One Blues player called out, let's be like mad dogs. Might take that to win, boys.
11-9 to 10-9. You certainly painted the scene. Djakovic was good a moment ago, wasn't he, when Kernahan and Whitehead both had a chance.
And Manton really playing Brikic the way that Gehrig should be playing Silvani. He's dragged him right up the field, away from the goals.
Crowd just roaring here constantly. Banfield, little kick good. McIntosh tries to a half volley. Williams has been wonderful for most of the night. Tries a little underarm handball. Underground one. Turnbull, quick kick, high one. Bradley setting himself, keeps his eye on it, so does Worsfold. Good clash, Anstey's hands were okay to Dean. Dean, good kick to Allen, who's been superb. So Allen at centre wing. Running from Whitehead in the pocket. He's going to go out there now. Matera cut it off, though. Didn't have the legs, the ball. And Matera's got it. Just see him playing a big last quarter, can't you?
It's fantastic the way he just drops off his man and covers the space.
To Kemp, the old firm. And Kemp towards the wing. Game hanging in the balance. He kicks down towards half forward. Sexton did well. Great closing speed to fist away. Hickmott again the crumb. Sends play back. Forward at the wing. Hamill was up. Waiting down in front was Matera. Matera unloads down towards the attacking 50. And working off Dean. McIntosh claims the mark. There's a man on short. He pops it across. And he's found Philip Matera. Only about 25 metres out. Almost directly in front. This to level the scores.
That was an important one-on-one battle to win that one from Ashley McIntosh.
Well, they have a history of one-point games. Perhaps another is looming tonight. The scores will be level, 11-9 apiece if he kicks a goal here. He's tugged it way left. It's behind.
Doing this interesting one. Camper really is trying desperately to get onto Peter Matera. to release Koutafidis for Banfield. I think Carlton are aware that Matera's beating Koutafidis for pace, and it's a real tug of war at the moment, and Matera keeps going back onto Koutafidis.
Comes towards midfield. Allen misses the mark. It spills down behind. Hamill went to ground. Worsfold slides in as well. It's picked up by Banfield. Hurriedly onto the boot. Sends play back towards half forward. But again, on a good turn.
Seemed to cramped in a few minutes ago when he took a mark. Socks are down. Murphy. Philip Matera 4 behinds tonight. A couple of them pretty easy. Murphy away. Gets good distance. Kernahan and Djakovic, bit of a wrestle. Comes to ground. Matera. Kuda's going to have to lift, I think. Braun's kick, good. That's a lot better. Finds Stone at centre wing. West Coast seemingly with all the momentum, winning the ball now. 10-10 to 11-9, they still trail. McIntosh and Manton. Manton over the top. McKay clever. Little toe poke gave Manton a chance. Taken by Sexton. Sexton's quick high kick. Back towards Kernahan and Djakovic. Getting into the front was McKenna. Taken forward by Anstey. Wanted a free kick. Kernahan tried to take it. Worsfold brilliantly done to Matera. Matera away. Good kick. Finds his man and Turnbull at centre wing.
Matera 23 possessions now. Turnbull pops it back into the path of the running. Kemp is at right half forward. Touches it down once. Runs to just outside the 50 and pinpoints the ball to the pocket. Andy Lovell's got it. Sharp angle. About 35 metres out.
And that's the opposite to what the Carlton players did when they had the ball a moment ago. They are beginning to look tired, Carlton. They're just releasing the ball, hoping that someone can fix it up for them downfield. But really what they've got to do is continue to run the West Coast Eagles.
Goal here, and the Eagles will lead after they fell as far behind as 30 points in the third term. Let's get to the line. Peter Matera has started a blaze in this quarter. 6 possessions already on the outer side.
They've been in front of one, I don't think, have they?
Just trying
they
to
kicked the first point, and they might have kicked the first point, but they haven't.
Have to go way back there. So Carlton try and bring it out. Manton feeds it back inside. Whitmont kicks up towards midfield. Good kick to Murphy. Running past is Williams. Feeds it across to Allen. Back to Williams. Looking to inspire his teammates. Kicks inside the 50. Silvania's down there. Knocked away by Gehrig. Anstey waiting in front. Fisted out by Worsfold. Williams again. Just on the line of the centre square. Across the body. Djakovic gets in the road. Holds up the hand to slow it down, but doesn't do that. Comes across to Worsfold instead, and Worsfold finds a man on the wing. Great opportunity for the Eagles. Young Braun can run at them. Now the umpire, meantime, is bringing it back half the length of the ground to Djakovic. I'm not sure why. Djakovic took the mark, indicated he wanted his teammates to steady up, but then immediately played on, so no idea what happened there. Well, explain that to me.
Matera to halfback. Ratton, Evans out of play. 10-11 to 11-9. What either team would give for a goal right now as Koutafidis goes to full forward?
Yes, Koutafidis gone to full forward. He's trying to drag Matera back with him because Matera's done so much damage up across the midsection of the ground, but Banfield is now picking up Koutafidis, and Camporelli's running with Matera.
19 minutes in the third quarter, the last blue goal. Oh, Murphy, not good. Put the pressure on. Could make them pay. Evans away. Finds Morrison, and they're charging. Simmons all on his own. Can Manton make it? What an effort. He does. Against the tide. McKay in trouble. The handball on.
That was a brilliant play then by Manton, because they were hung out to dry then, the Carlton defenders. So many of the players not moving forward with the West Coast players. Manton's been shifted up the ground onto McIntosh, and Peter Dean's gone back to Mine Brickage. Terrific play, Manton.
10-11, 11-9. Turnbull wins the tap. Bradley back turn. The handball just hoping, really. McKay. Evans to Kemp. Kemp, little one to Morrison. He's got him. It's a mark. Within kicking distance. West Coast having all the shots at goal. And surely one's going to go through to put them in front. Kemp kept his head. Hog in late. And Morrison's got it. Kicked one goal in the third quarter when West Coast charged back after they trailed by 31 points at one stage. and Morrison to put them in front. 10-11 to 11-9. Surely the time has come for a straight kick. 50 metres out, long, strong, hooking at the end or behind. So both teams have had a number of opportunities. 10-12 to 11-9.
High drama. Dean kicks out wide to Sexton. It plays on around the other side boundary line to Williams, lifting again to McKay, can go back to Williams, under pressure, Banfield thumps it away, some tired players, Sexton following up, goes to Williams, Williams gets the hand pass away, Camporelli spins out of trouble, back to Ratton, running down towards half forward, Silvani's the target, Gehrig over the top, who's down in front? Guess who? Bradley sprints away, inside the 50, will this be a lifter? It's close, it's a goal! Oh, they needed that one.
Well, that was a sensational bit of play then by Craig Bradley, reading the knock here. They had the numbers on this occasion. Really, they released the ball a little bit too early. They could have run it a little bit further. Gehrig, a poor kick to Silvani, but front and square, Craig Bradley, and sensing and seizing the moment.
It's almost here.
How much time do we have?
The television event of 97.
Millions of people will die.
Oh my God.
From the makers of Daylight, Predator and Courage Under Fire comes a marathon of thrills.
The asteroid is hit.
Mom!
Australia, take cover.
It's raining rocks out there.
8:30 Sunday. The sky is falling.
Stay in the basement. No, no!
Over 2 big nights at premieres. Asteroid, 8:30 Sunday on Prime.
After a sellout tour, Live's new album, Secret Samadhi, continues to dominate the Australian charts. Featuring the hit Lakini's Juice and the new single, Freaks. Now, for a very limited time, Secret Samadhi comes with a bonus 5-track CD. Live's Secret Samadhi. Get it now.
Before nightfall, 40,000 children will die from hunger and disease. 55 will die before I finish talking.
They're dying because to most of us, they're nameless, faceless masses, too numerous to help. But they each have a name and they can be helped, one by one. If you can set aside $1 a day, $30 a month, then please call this number and sponsor a child like Maria. Maria might be a statistic now, if it hadn't been for a caring homemaker by the name of Angela Toth.
Before Angela sponsored Maria through Christian Children's Fund, the situation was very bad. Maria and her mother were alone and frightened. Maria's father had been kidnapped, and with no source of income, it's pretty tough to get along in this part of the country. But Maria will, thanks to Angela. Now they share pictures, letters, their joys, sadness.
Thousands of children, just as precious as Maria, die every day. Not because people are heartless, but because we feel powerless. How many times have you heard child mortality statistics and thought, the problem's so big, what can I do? You can do plenty. You can pick up the phone and save one child. Christian Children's Fund can do a lot with your $30. Remember, your phone call can make a wonderful difference in the life of a child.
The number for Christian Children's Fund is on your screen. Please call it.
We'll send you the name and photo of a child you can sponsor.
So the stakes are so high here inside the last 10 minutes. What a wonderful game. Turnbull, back to Whitehead. Not a great handball, but Bradley seems to make the footy talk tonight. One bounce, away on the left foot, up to half-forward. Kernahan's got it. He hasn't been able to get away too often. Has been paid the mark. Silvani and Gehrig one out. Will he just go to Silvani? He does. Gehrig with him. Silvani made a fair effort of it. West Coast get back. Evans may have to concede. Oh, doesn't. Gee, he was cheeky. Now, they've got a chance here, the Blues. Murphy's a thumping kick. Too long does he take? No. Goes back, belts it back. Silvani, it's a behind. Tony Evans, what was going through your mind?
What about that pressure, though, from Silvani? He jumped about 3 players to reach Evans, and then a poor kick in the end from Murphy. He had to sit that kick out and make it a dangerous one again at the top of the square. Just forced it too deep.
See, if that had been last week as chairman of selectors, you would have aged about 8 years.
No, they knew what they were doing. They got the end result they were after. There's a battle 15 metres out. O'Sullivan, open goal, and he's missed by a long way. There's opportunities going begging at both ends of the ground. The team that clutches their opportunities now will win this one, no question. They've got reason to be tired.
It is a game of mistakes, football, isn't it?
Yep. It's like a prize fight, and they're down to the 15th. They don't go 15 anymore, they go 12, but we're giving you 3 bonus rounds. There's McKenna. Short to the pocket. Worsfold. Just over 6.5 minutes remaining. 12-12, 10-13. Carlton lead. Worsfold around the outer side, close to the boundary line. No margin for error. Across it goes. Sexton and Ball together. So it'll be tossed in right in the attacking 50. Malthouse very much in the game, but not a lot he can do now. In a sense, it's in the hands of the players. Allen decisively. Koutafidis to Bradley. Slips it away. Hamill goes back to Bradley. He's been inspirational. Pops it inside the 50. Coming across the face of the ground now. It's taken by Braun. Heads for the boundary line and gets it out. But Craig Bradley has found something he was entitled not to have in the last 5 minutes.
Do you reckon, Tim, one more goal for Carlton would be enough in the context of the game?
Yes.
So they've got to find one more goal to win it. Still plenty of time, but West Coast hasn't been able to manage a goal in this term, remember. And Carlton lead by 11 points. Evans off for Schofield.
Just trying to get some, yeah, I think he's just trying to get some fresh legs on the ground, though, too. He's rotated a number of his midfield players.
Allen, Turnbull. Back to Worsfold on the left. Kicks to centre wing. McIntosh. Manton's been good. Ricochets off Morrison. Boundary throw in. West Coast gain about 50 metres. It's now in their attacking half. 8 kicks for Morrison. A goal. Cooked one late in the game about 10 minutes ago from 48 metres out. Blues lead. So tense here. McIntosh to Kemp to Heady. Hogg, terrific tackle. And probably a very good decision by the umpire. Heady barging through and Hogg onto him. So West Coast inch towards the 50.
Wait for the bounce. Cluster around this ball. No one touched it. Ratton somehow got through. Smothered off the boot by Kemp. McKay off his step. 2 players down and hurt. The ball wanders up towards the wing. Hamill a big leap. Couldn't hang on. McKenna with poise. Waiting behind. A fresh leg. Schofield breaks away alongside the centre circle. Probing kick inside the 50. Heady is up. Alongside him, Hickmott. Loose ball behind. Slipping over down their team. Well played by Griggett to try and get it back to Level. I think he affected the ball. And Level's kicked the goal. Back come the West Coast Eagles.
And some intelligent play then by the big fella just to tap the ball back. We'll see this here, the setup. Just watch this. Ball goes to the ground. Riggage. Maybe he didn't get a hand on it.
Barely.
Dean going to ground.
Back to 5 points. 11 goals to 12. 11-13 to 12-12. Allen and Turnbull. Allen coming over the top. Centre breaks all important. Worsfold. McKay and Hogg. Lovell has been important. Pushing forward. Good handball by Sexton. Wonderfully played. McKay to Bradley. Held his ground. Plays on. He's within range. He's 50 out. Measures it. Hooks it. Silvani takes the beauty. Wonderful. What a mark. He hung there forever.
Mark Bosney should be happy with his second effort. Watch this, the next one.
Just to know where it was, the presence of mind.
He's a mercurial player, isn't he?
He's kicked 6. He did miss a few in the third. Improves the angle, and has he kicked it? He's missed. 6 goals, 4 to Silvani. There's a goal the difference. 12-13 to 11-13. Could we have our first draw in 1997? It deserves it almost, doesn't it?
Cut the tension with a knife. Guy McKenna assessing the options. Needs the right choice here. Goes for distance directly up the middle of the ground. Allen punches away from Turnbull. Well done by Braun. Got it across to Lovell, who's been good. He found Schofield. Feigns a hand pass, and those legs again. He accelerates away. Takes on Williams. Allen in pursuit. Schofield through the middle. Down towards half forward. McKay goes back. Riggich does nicely. Gets the hand pass across to Simmons. This to tie it up. He pulls it back. It's floating. Touched right on the line. He kept it in. Sexton. A sense of drama. Sends play towards the outer side. Up in front is Whitehead. Loose ball behind. Close to the boundary line. Matera couldn't control it. Diving in his hit knot. It's loose. It's live. Picked up by Peter Matera. Tries to get it across to Kemp. Kemp treads the light. Fantastic around the boundary. Towards the square. Grigich couldn't do a Silvani. Diving in there in desperation. The Carlton defence. Sexton. And he thumps it across the boundary line.
And it was just numbers, wasn't it? There was a 2-on-2 contest, and Kemp got across there to outnumber the opposition, and terrific play by Schofield. You just love to see players in a tight situation taking the game on.
Matera's also so good, isn't he, in that situation with Whitehead. And Sexton wouldn't concede it behind, which is interesting. The kick wide by Whitehead. Banfield at centre wing, taking his man on. I think they fancy their legs here, the West Coast. Matera's got it at 55-60. Will he unload or will he go short? He could unload here. You give him a half a chance. It would take something special. Leans back. Doesn't quite get it. Hooks it in the end into the pocket. Dean back there with Grigich. Heady back there, boundary throw in. 3 minutes remaining in a classic game. 12-13 to 11-13. The Blues are a goal in front.
Boundary throw-in. A respite. A rare thing tonight. Turnbull goes up. Hooks it down behind. Manton kept his head under pressure. Tumbles a kick back towards half-back. Desperate lunge there by McKenna. Spinning out of trouble O'Sullivan. Williams poised. Away to Ratton. Ratton across the ground. One-out contest. These men are 50 metres in the clear. Banfield battling with Camporelli. So much riding on this one-out contest. Banfield punches it in front. It's still in play. Now it trickles out. And the boundary throw-in. Well, how would you feel? The responsibility of the night resting on those two players, and they fought an honourable draw. So a throw-in, the attacking side of left centre wing. 2.5 minutes remain. Allen in from the side. Hamill tries to fist away. Allen, it tumbles out behind. There he is again. Away comes Bradley. Close to the boundary line. Pulls it back towards centre half forward. It bounces. Gathered now by Williams, 45 metres out, well wide of the mark. It'll stay in. Who's got the leg speed? Kernahan found something. A little toe poke and that will do. Gets it across the boundary line.
Any score's handy here for Carlton, isn't it? They're a goal in front. A behind's handy now.
All they need to do is just keep the ball in their forward line if they can. Just run the clock down.
Kernahan building forward. Hamill crashing forward. O'Sullivan, left foot beautifully smothered by Schofield. O'Sullivan, smothered by Garrick. Wonderful backline football to Jakovic. It's sensational stuff here. Jakovic away. Heroes all over this football ground. Matera waited. Bradley's been the biggest of the lot, I feel. Matera wins it back. Centre wing, every play. Vital now. Matera keeps his feet as only he can. Plays it forward to half forward. At the other end of the ground now. McKay, a mistake can't be made. Left-hand handball okay. Sexton waited for the bounce. Can he deliver? It was smothered. They're throwing themselves out at left, right and centre. Williams' tackle was fantastic. Lovell back to Sexton. Play on call. Hamill can take the mark. Can play on. Can pierce the defence. Wobbly. Kernahan and Jakovic. Jakovic has had the better of him all night. Holds him up. Kernahan with him. Jakovic belts it over the line. Sensational football here.
You can't put an old on a young pair of shoulders, but Hamill really should have just taken his time on that occasion. He's rushed by the moment, but you can't blame him.
As the time remaining, boundary throw in. Turnbull beaten by Allen. Balls in front. Camporelli high up and under. Silvani coming out for it all. How about that one? Unbelievable. He's hurt Silvani. What a magnificent attempt. He stretched every sinew, never his ball to mark, and somehow he has plucked it. Watch this again. Truly memorable. The mark overhead moments ago, and now this.
Great knock by Matthew Allen again. Watch this. Oh, just banging his head on the ground.
Any score to just about wrap it up. We're down to 59 seconds.
What a moment, though. What a play this has been by Silvani tonight. If anyone has ever played his heart out, it's been Stephen here tonight.
Well, I've had a few heroes. This young man, perhaps, can put the nail in the coffin. Well, they're up by 7 points. 48 seconds to go. Silvani is off the ground. The man who really set it up for the Blues tonight. I hope he's okay. Just so much courage.
McKenna long. Gets the half-back. Sexton's got the mark. The Blues are in the van. 12-14 to 11-13. Sexton to Kernahan. Doesn't reach him. Banfield cuts it off. Great courage, Banfield. Flatten. Djakovic to Kemp. West Coast have got to run it down now. Back to Djakovic. They want the ball mark. Bradley at the back affected the spoil. He's been magnificent as Bradley. And onto him now is Stone. But the Blues have got it. What a memorable win for Carlton. One of the greatest in the history of the club. And boy, they've had some.
I haven't seen a better game than this one all year.
Well, at times it hasn't been pretty, but it has had the lot. I certainly haven't felt as tense throughout a match. It's been an absolutely magnificent contest. And the Blues are going to win 12-14 to 11-13. What an heroic performance. I hope every Carlton supporter around Australia gives them 3 cheers after this. West Coast deserve 3 cheers. And the Blues deserve 3 and maybe 1 extra. Kemp's little one to centre wing. Hogg's got it, and so are the Blues. It's all over. You're giving the votes, Dennis. Good luck. There were heroes left, right and centre, weren't there?
Well, I think a couple of blokes perhaps picked themselves. And one of them's right in the middle of that huddle. That was superb.
The 1997 AFL Premiership season. Proudly brought to you by Foster's Light Ice for extreme refreshments. Telstra, making life easier. Qantas, the spirit of Australia. And McDonald's, the official restaurant of the AFL.
Heroes all over the ground. In the end, the Blues won by 7 points. But boy, West Coast probably did enough to win 9 out of 10 games. But Carlton prevailed. And in the end, it was a very famous win for the Carlton Footy Club. Good night.
This has been a 7 Sports production.
The 1997 AFL Premiership season proudly brought to you by Team Nissan Dealers.
She, of course, spends a lot of time with Anna Kournikova in South Florida at the Bollettieri Tennis Academy.
Triplets, first service. Forty love. $40.15. $40.30.
Well, a bit of danger for Eva Maioli. She was up 40-love in this game, now back to 40-30. The last thing you want to see is deuce.
Deuce.
Well, a little bit of a stare down by both players there. Kornikova making Maioli wait.
Advantage, Miss Maioli.
Maioli's fourth chance to level this second set at 3-all.
Game, Miss Maioli. 3 games all.
Oh, some familiar faces there in the royal box. Former president and Barbara Bush. Great fans of tennis. They play a pretty good game as well. Three-all, Kornikova serving.
$15.
I think, considering the barrage that Eva Maioli has had to put up with in this match, she's handled it very well. She takes the ball early, leans into it, and if she could just go forward a bit more and up to the net and take advantage, she'd be in better shape. 15-all.
30-15.
That was Eva Maioli's brother, Drago, who is her constant hitting partner and coach, sitting alongside Nick Bollettieri. Now Maioli holding up her hand for Kornikova.
40-30. Wait, please. Deuce. Advantage, Miss Maioli.
Kornikova does play quickly, and Maioli's slowing her down.
Deuce.
And that last play was an example, Ann, of what you were talking about. A great return, and it was a floaty shot back from Kornikova. Maioli stayed back. Lost the advantage. Back to deuce.
Advantage, Miss Kornikova.
Second chance at 4-3.
Game is Kornikova. Miss Kornikova leads 4-3, second set, and 1 set to love.
Well, once again, the players have traded breaks in this set, although it came in the first and second game. And in the first set, it came in the fourth and fifth games. Both sets very close, and both players showing terrific fighting spirit, and despite having some slumps in the middle of the action.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to put them off, though, does it, Pam? They make the odd error, but they're right back there, both of them, with this match. And Anna Kornikova, I thought there, came out of that game very well. Even Maioli missed a couple of vital drives by 2 inches to the sideline, but you could see Anna telling herself to come on, now was the moment. And of course it is a set behind her, 3-all. She really needed that game, and she dug deep to get it.
Well, we'll see now if towards the end of the second set the breaks start coming more frequently, as they did in that first set when there were 4 breaks of serve towards the end.
Thank you. Thank you. Love 15.
Well, I'm sure Anna Kornikova, with this volley here, thought she'd got that point won. Wasn't really ready for the next shot.
Oh. 30-15.
There's quite a bit of interplay between these two at this stage of the match. Anna making Eva wait, so Eva decides her shoelace needs tying up.
There's...
30 all.
And that's the way to deal with it. Step into the backhand, belt it past your opponent and say, well, it doesn't matter who wins the interplays.
Well, everyone's loving this match.
Game, Miss Maioli. Four games all.
And again, it shows how quickly Anna Kournikova thinks. This is the first lob she's played. Lands just inside the baseline.
Well, all the pressure on Maioli, down 30-love in this game, and if she loses this one, she'll be serving to stay in the match.
Let's first service.
And I think even Maioli, feeling the effects of this long match last night, she's starting to slow down.
Game is Kournikova. As Kournikova leads 5-4, second set, and by 1 set to love.
Well, because of the rain, what it's done is it's forced a compressed second week, and so both players had late night or late afternoon round of 16 matches. Kournikova won in 3 sets, but nowhere near the kind of tough match that Eva Maioli had against Irina Spralea. Maioli won that match 6-7, 6-1, 9-7. So I think you can see Eva stretching a bit, and a lot of times soreness from the match the day before creeps in during the day.
Well, it takes a while for the stiffness to wear off, doesn't it, Pam? And she's come out here firing very well today, but she's receiving such a barrage. And Anna Kournikova, for one so young, is thinking so quickly. She gives you the odd slice, very occasionally, but it makes that bit of difference. The drop shot and the passing shot, the drop shot and the lob. She's very, very versatile.
And very determined. One game from a spot in the semi-final.
Thank you. Quiet, please. Thank you. Let's first service.
Up!
Love 15.
Well, back amongst the green patch behind the used portion can be very slippery. You can see there, and that may have put Maioli off because she missed a pretty routine forehand, love 15.
Love 30.
And there's just no way through this easy defence that she has. She turns so quickly to attack.
Love 40.
Three of them.
Let's for 6. Let's for service. $15.40. Game, set and match with Kornikova. 7-6, 6-4.
Statistically, at least, the best performance so far in the ladies' draw has been provided by Arantxa Sanchez-Vicario, who has lost just 13 games on her way to the quarter-final. Her opponent there, 29-year-old Natalie Torzier, was the oldest lady
tennis on at the moment. Todd Woodbridge is doing battle out on court 2. He's doing it reasonably hard at the moment. He's won the first set 7-6 in a tie-break, 9-7 in the breaker. He had 4 set points before he won it, and he's now trailing 5-2 in the second set, and that's 5-2 with 2 service breaks to Kiefer. So it looks like it's going to be a set all very shortly.
You've been watching this one, John. How's he playing?
Yes, we're getting some action here of a couple of passing shots from the young German. He hits the ball very nicely off both wings, and Todd in the first set, his reflexes and volleys were especially good, picking up shots like this where Kiefer looked like he was in control of the point.
You mentioned some sensational tennis tonight, John. We've got, actually, because of the rain, the quarter-finals for the men have caught up with the semi-finals for the women. In the quarter-finals for the men, apart from this match we're watching now with Woodbridge and Kiefer, we've got Sampras and Becker coming up a little bit later on, which we'll see on Channel 9. Who do you fancy there? Both past winners?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Becker came up. Just this shot we're seeing here of Kiefer coming up to the umpire, he threw his racket down and he got a warning for racket abuse. He walked up to the umpire at the end of the tie-break and called the umpire a liar.
Yeah, well, he should have been kicked out of the match. We should have already won it after 2 sets. Should have been banned. Get rid of him.
I was yelling out to the umpire, default him, get him out of there. Exactly. But the umpire didn't seem to want to hear.
What about Becker and Sampras?
Becker and Sampras, I'm going to go with Becker. I think Pete was looking great until he faltered in the third set tie-break against Corder yesterday. He led 5-1 in that breaker, lost it, lost the 4th set in the breaker and finished up winning 6-4 in the 5th. He is serving very well, Sampras. A lot of first serves in, but he just looked a little shaky yesterday, so I'm going to go with Becker in that one.
So do you think the winner of that one will take out the tournament?
You would put money on the winner of that one, but Tim Henman, he's got the crowd so much behind him over here, and he is playing exceptionally good tennis. He could cause an upset and become the first Englishman to win the title since Fred Perry in 1934, 35, 36. So they're going a little bit Henmania over here.
John, women's semi-final. Interesting game coming up. Kornikova versus Martina Hingis. I think I spelled it right.
Did you say Horner?
Yeah, no, you've changed it. Kornikova. changed it.
Oh, didn't they?
Corner Makova's playing Martina Hingis. Should be a great game. Two outstanding athletes, and at such a young age. How do you see that one going?
That starts with an S. Can you say it again?
All right, John, we've just about run out of time. Thanks for joining us tonight, and good luck over there. We'll see you a bit later at course live at Wimbledon. Thanks, mate.
Before you go, Fatty, we do have one thing here. I was playing my doubles yesterday, and I thought this was you in the stand. Is this your twin brother? And he had his best mate Tommy sitting beside him. Was that you?
No, it's not me.
Was Tommy in the stand?
Brother, I wish he'd stayed home. All right, thanks, John. That's very nice, yeah.
Okay, guys.
All right, yeah, Wimbledon, you'll see that straight after the footy show at 10:35. But right now, let's get into a very special guest. He's a